know there are 30 million homes with serious health and safety conditions, and another 6 million that have structural problems. I am here today to persuade you to volunteer for the mission at Brady. I am qualified to speak on this topic because I have been a volunteer at the mission at Brady since the very beginning. I will be presenting you with 3 main points. These points being the needs for this organization, a solution, and what will happen if we don't volunteer. First, let's talk about the needs for this organization. Our first need is that our houses need to be warm and dry. Just think back to the freeze last winter. We had 2 harsh freezes that caused us to be very cold, some of us to lose power and water, but at least we had a dry, warm house. The people at the mission at Brady helps, they don't have a dry, warm house. Instead, they are cold, sick, and they're getting wet due to leaks. Robert Woods Johnson's Foundation explains what extreme low temperatures and elevated temperatures can have an associated fact with an increase in mortality rates for vulnerable populations, such as elderly, immune compromised, and young kids. To go into deeper with the lower temperatures, and the inside of the room is too cold, it can cause, for too long, it can cause poor health. When poor health gets too bad, it can cause to an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. My second need focuses on the problem of unsafe living conditions. Remember back to the 30 million homes that have severe health and safety problems. According to Robert Wood Johnson, these unsafe living conditions has led to a large amount of health problems, such as chronic disease, increased injuries, and harmful health problems in child development. According to Susan Finch, these are the conditions that are considered to be unsafe living conditions, such as a leaky roof, a broken plumbing, broken windows, broken structures, mold, spotty electricity, and broken flooring. However, the mission of Brady will help solve a lot of these problems. They will fix the roofing, they'll put up more siding, they'll fix the plumbing and the electricity, and they will stabilize the structures. Basically, the mission of Brady will do anything they can do to help keep these people safe and healthy in their homes. My last need is how the community needs to help, or how we need to help our community. I talked to the founder of the mission at Brady, Peyton Behrens, and I asked him this question on why do we need to help our community? He told me that there are a lot of people who do not have the funds or the resources to fix their houses, and that these houses are right beside us or right down the road. We see these houses every day, and a lot of our friends, families, and neighbors live in these houses. So, he also told me that as Christians, we need to serve and help our neighbors as much as we can. According to Kyle Linder, poor living conditions has led to a decline in our community productivity and economics, because poor living conditions can lead to physical and mental health conditions that prevent these people from working. Now that I have talked to you about Now that I have talked to you about how the needs that we need for the organization, let's talk about how we can fix this problem. Where the Mission at Brady solution is to fix every home that we can slowly over the years to get them all safe, warm, and dry. The Mission at Brady wants to get every home in good enough condition so that our friends, family, and neighbors will be safe. The Mission at Brady also wants to do this, wants to improve the community and economy and show love and grace to our neighbors and the people in need. Our plan is to get volunteers and donations, find people and houses that are in the most need, get together and work on these houses, get these houses safe, warm, and dry, and improve our community by showing our neighbors love and grace. Lastly, let's talk about what will happen and what we can prevent from happening if we volunteer. If we volunteer, we can help these people. If we volunteer, we can help these people get safe living, have safe living, and if we volunteer, we can help these people have safe living conditions and a stabilized house to keep them from getting sick. If we don't volunteer, we will have people who will get sick, evicted. According to the World Health Organization, also known as WHO, 12.6 million people in 2012 died from unsafe buildings and structures. And also another 100%, over 100 diseases and injuries have been caused by unsafe living conditions. In conclusion, by telling you what our needs are, a solution, and what will happen if we don't volunteer, I hope I have persuaded you to volunteer for the Mission at Brady. Hopefully together we can decline the amount of unsafe housing and do your part and help us put an end to this. Thank you.